Monetary donations now go so far for the food bank.
There was a lady just a little while ago came up in a nice Toyota SUV. I complimented her on it, and I started to help her with her food. She says, all I brought was a check. I'm like, that's great, no problem. She said, I didn't have time to go to the store. We love it when you bring a check or you bring cash. The food bank can make that money go a lot further than anybody else.
What is it, like $1? We'll buy 4 meals?
4 meals for $1, and that's what's so important. We were talking about how much further they can make the money go. So that's what. Don't worry about it. If you can't stop by and you can't get food, just come down and bring cash, bring a check. And that's just as good. And one of the things, too, that I wanted to ask you all, have you all been surprised to see how this has really taken off over the years and how much it has really grown into something so huge in this community?
Yeah, it's been a part of it for so many years now. 32
Well, 32 years. Well, that's your David Barnes was born.
We are live from the First Tennessee Pavilion in beautiful downtown Chattanooga, right across from Finley Stadium.
And we are here for
the 32nd edition of Share Your Christmas.
Yes, we are. We just wrapped up at 11 o'clock. And one of the things we talked about, it's been so great as you've been down here looking at this, and all the kids who come down here, all the people who said they've been coming down for 32 years, dropping off donations and helping out and participating in Share Your Christmas. And it's what makes this community so special.
It is encouraging. You know, this area, East Tennessee in general, but our area has been it's pretty difficult year.
It's been hit pretty hard.
And a lot of people just say, all right, phooey on it, you know, we're going to pack up and start again. When we have events like this, when we have the Share Your Christmas event, and you still see these people in the Tennessee Valley coming out and giving what they can,
it doesn't matter
to support their neighbors. It is remarkable. For someone who's new to the area, I couldn't be more encouraged to be a part of this.
And it really is, and that's what makes this area so wonderful. And that is one of the things, too, that they were saying, you know what, because of the tough years so many people have had here in our area, the last thing you want them to worry about is having to put food on the table. So we're going to make sure that that's one thing that they don't have to worry about. And they're going to know that their community and those of us who live here in the Tennessee Valley and call this area home, that we support them. And that's why we're here. And that's why so many of you have been coming down. That's why people are calling that phone bank. and that is so great, because one of the things that we say, you know, I have 20, I have $100. It doesn't matter, because they can make that dollar go so much further.
And we talked about this in the 11 o'clock, and we were taking phone calls earlier. We've been here since 4:30 this morning, but some people would call and they say, listen, we only have $10. I can only give $10. Yeah. $1, just $1 gets 4 meals.
Yes.
So that person who said they could just give $10, that's 40 meals to your neighbors, the people that live right here, because the money and the food that is donated, it stays in the community.
And that is what's so important. And that's why it's so great. And one of the things, too, that I love, too, is we talked a little bit about, is seeing all the kids that come down here. And when you talk to the kids and you say, do you know why you're coming down here? And they're saying, yes, because we want to help. We've been collecting food so that other people, and in their kid term, they don't go hungry. And when you see that and when you hear that, then that is what really continues to inspire you and motivate. And it will motivate you to continue to do this and realize how important this is, and to help out with the Chattanooga Area Food Bank and their wonderful mission.
Yeah, I couldn't be happier about it. We're still working on the total amount of pounds that we have. We've been working these phone banks since earlier today. David Carnes, our favorite kid, is actually hanging out over at the EPB phone bank, where they've raised nearly $39,000 today. David,
good afternoon, and I'm trying to do the math. 39,000 times 4. What is that? Okay, you guys are really smart. 39,000 times 4. What is that? That's like 100 and it's almost 140,000. I think it's 140,000 meals. That's how much, because $1 can provide 4 meals through the Chattanooga Area Food Bank. So when you call 702-3333, and I want you to call right now. We have a couple of open lines. Get these phones ringing and get those donations in. 702-3333. I'm here with Warren and Griffin, and they are on. And let's go down to the end here for just a second. We're going to talk to you because you're not on the phone. How does that work? Okay, tell me your name. You're with Warren and Griffin?
Right. My name's Rodonna Gaddis. I'm with Warren and Griffin.
And this has got to be kind of a good feeling. It's been kind of a rough few weeks here in the Tennessee Valley. To be able to come and do this, just what are your thoughts?
I'm just grateful that I work for Warren and Griffin and we get to do things like this all the time and give back to the community. So we're really excited about being able to do this.
And I like that you said that, because Warren and Griffin are sitting right down there. Give me out. Awesome. Good girl. Good girl. 702-3333. We love that you're calling in. Again, when you do that, $1 goes for 4 meals. We have, here they are, Warren and Griffin, and they are on the phone taking pledges right now. It's so easy. You're on the phone and you're off in 30 seconds. 30 seconds, and you have done a good thing. We also want you to come down here at First Tennessee Pavilion, or if you are in Cleveland, you can go to Life Care Center, and in Dalton, you can go to First Baptist Church, and that's where we go now with Cameron.
Thank you, David. Well, the line is clear right now, so there is plenty of time for you to come down here and give your donation, whether that be a non-perishable food item or a monetary donation. It takes a matter of seconds, really. In less than 30 seconds, you can pull up here. Some volunteers or myself or my photographer will come and help you with those donations and whatnot. I want to show you a few of them that we've received in the last few minutes. So I want to walk over here and show you a few of them. These are weighing in at more than 150 pounds right now. We got things like water, we got some cans and whatnot, and we also have plenty of volunteers here to help you out. And as far as if you don't have anything to donate food-wise, you can also donate monetarily, whether that's cash, check, debit, credit card. They can take it all. And bottom line, this is a big impact for this community. It's helping our neighbors not be hungry this holiday season and throughout the year. And that's really what this is all about. Coming from my first experience here with Share Your Christmas, it's just really touching and heartwarming to see all the volunteers here and just how many people are willing to give as well. So we're going to continue to see this throughout the day, and we want to fill this whole place up here at First Baptist Church in Dalton. It's at 311 North Thornton Avenue in Dalton. So we hope to see you around here before we wrap up around 6 o'clock. We'll send you back to the pavilion. Greg, we'll send it over to Greg in Cleveland.
I'm very happy you sent it to me, Cameron, because we have volunteers from Lee University helping us sort back here, and you may recognize this distinguished gentleman standing beside me, the mayor of Bradley County, Mr. Gary Davis, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Greg. It's great to be here and see all the activity going on.
Got it. At lunchtime, we'd love to get that activity up again here in Cleveland on Keith Street. Now, we were talking before we went on the air here that I was here, I think, at the height of the recession, and we and Mayor Rowland, too, were talking about how so many people were impacted, and this was so important. Now, many have recovered somewhat from the recession, but there's still a need, isn't there?
Oh, yes. There's always a need, and a lot of people don't realize it. At times like this, when things are a lot better than the period of time we were talking about there's still a need out there, and especially for food. There's lots and lots of people that aren't where they should be when it comes to many items. We have a lot of programs going on in our community, and a lot of times people are torn between the different programs and what they need to do. But I just want to encourage everyone, if you haven't been by, to go to your pantry and get some extra items and bring them by, or stop by the store and do some quick shopping and run it by here. Or, as you often say, you'll take checks too. But we need to get the area food bank back stocked up.
And the mayor makes a good point there. It's not the Chattanooga Food Bank. It is the Chattanooga Area Food Bank. So the foods and money donated here stay here.
And that's important to a lot of our people, because the region as a whole works together with things like this, but most of us are concerned about things like that, but I do want to say, anything raised here in Cleveland stays here in Cleveland. It's for the needs that we have here, and we do have those needs.
That's awesome. Mayor, thank you. You've got the Christmas tree lighting tonight and tomorrow.
That's right. Encourage everyone to come out tonight. The official lighting of our community Christmas tree downtown. Lots of things going on in downtown, and our annual Christmas parade's tomorrow night.
Excellent. Thanks so much for stopping by. We appreciate your time.
Appreciate
and thanks
it.
for having us as well.
Thank you all for being here.
Thanks to Lee University, our volunteers back here doing some sorting. We're going to keep welcoming cars through the line. We'd love to see you on Keith Street. We're at the Campbell Center at Life Care Centers of America here in Cleveland. We'll be here the rest of the day. Mayor, thank you. Let's go back to the Tennessee Pavilion. Hey, guys.
It was nice.
Keep going. Put up the storm alert 7-day forecast, and we're going to get into the upper 50s a little bit later on today, and it's already feeling good outside. And then we're going to stay nice and cool through the weekend. Big story is more rain moving our way Sunday, late into Monday and Tuesday. It's going to be a rainy start to next week. More than 2 to 3 inches of rain likely as we head into next week. And then by the end of next week, does it get cool? We're talking highs in the 40s by Thursday, and might even see a little bit, not snow, mixed precipitation. Maybe. Very exciting. Share Your Christmas 2016. Either come by one of the locations or call 702-3333 right now and donate as well and put your money to good use. We're back more Share Your Christmas right after this.
Thank you so much for joining us on the special edition of Channel 3 Eyewitness News at noon. I'm Michelle Herron. The search continues for the man accused of shooting a Chattanooga police officer 3 times. It happened around 9:15 yesterday morning. The officer was on Mission Avenue checking out an abandoned building in the Glenwood community when a man walked out and started firing shots.
We are looking for a black male with medium complexion, wearing dark pants, a dark sweatshirt with a hood, white cursive wording on the front of the shirt. He's approximately 5'10" to 6 feet tall, medium build.
Good news to pass along is that officer was treated at Erlanger but was released from the hospital yesterday. There is a $6,000 reward for any information leading to an arrest. Shots were fired at 3 Walker County Sheriff's Office deputies early this morning as they responded to a call of a suspicious person. The initial responding deputy attempted to question the suspect at an intersection, but that suspect fled, firing 1 shot in the deputy's direction. After backup was called, the suspect fired a second shot toward deputies. Officials say the deputies returned 4 shots. The suspect, a 16-year-old, was struck in the buttocks and detained. He was transported to a nearby hospital for treatment. The deputies were not injured in that incident. Today, Tennessee's top elected officials are in Sevier County this morning as the area is impacted by this week's severe storms. Governor Bill Haslam and Senators Lamar Alexander and Bob Corker are being briefed right now on the damage in Sevier County. Then they will travel to McMinn and Polk counties. The Tennessee Emergency Management Agency confirms that 5 tornadoes hit the state this week. 3 of those tornadoes were in McMinn, Sequatchie, Marion, and Polk counties. Now, Polk County schools are closed today. In McMinn County, several neighborhoods were damaged. An EF2 tornado tore through Athens, destroying more than 30 buildings. Some of the damage was inside the Deerfield Estates neighborhood. It's so dangerous there that roads are still closed. Highway 307 will remain closed at Tellico Avenue for several days. That's so crews can work to repair power lines. In Sevier County, officials say there are now 13 people confirmed dead after this week's wildfires. While some mandatory evacuation orders are still in place, residents were allowed back inside for limited access earlier this morning, to most of their properties. The Sevier County wildfires burned more than 17,000 acres, and nearly 300 firefighters, many of them from the Tennessee Valley, are working around the clock to contain them. Well, Dolly Parton will donate $1,000 per month to the Gatlinburg fire victims. She released a statement that says she has always believed that charity begins at home. And that's why she asked her Dollywood companies to help establish the My People Fund. The Dollywood Foundation is accepting donations to contribute to that fund. You can find a link to it on our website. That's WRCBTV.com. The president for Durham School Services released a video statement on the Woodmore bus crash, saying that he plans to make changes to keep children safe. This comes just 2 days after the company was hit with a second lawsuit. 2 families of the victims involved in the bus crash filed the lawsuit to cover medical costs. Here's part of that statement released by company President David A. Duke.
We're accelerating specific actions to strengthen the trust parents place in us. That trust to deliver their kids to school each and every day. That trust is sacred to us, and after all, we are a people business, and safety is about keeping people safe.
Those actions include providing an improved complaint system with access provided to every school in Hamilton County. The company will also provide smart cameras for buses, which will keep a video log of the driver and the bus. The company will also add another executive position, a safety compliance officer, who will oversee safety practices and data collection. We have the entire transcript of the company's announcement on our website. And some good news to pass along. All 4 Woodmore students still at Children's Hospital are now in fair condition. And the Woodmore Fund has now raised more than $200,000 for the basic necessities and medical care of the Woodmore students. In Georgia, State Patrol investigators say a man was killed after being hit by 2 vehicles last night. 31-year-old Max Alexander Wilson, the third, was hit by a 17-year-old driver while walking to a friend's house on Lake Road. Investigators say the driver did not realize she hit Wilson at first, but returned to the scene to check on the man, leaving her car on the road with flashers on. A pickup truck saw the girl's car as it approached and ran over Wilson again as he went around the teen's car. Wilson was pronounced dead on the scene. Georgia State Patrol says no charges will be filed against the drivers because Wilson was, quote, improperly walking in traffic with no reflective gear. Now we're going to head back outside to the First Tennessee Pavilion. That's where all of the fun is happening. And here is David Carnes. He's got lots to tell us about. Hello, David.
Standing here with Brent Eller. He is the principal of Loftus Middle School and one of the finest schools, I'm going to tell you, one of the great school in Hamilton County. And you guys, this is exciting, Brent, because this is the first year that Loftus has participated in Share Your Christmas. And we are so excited, and you represented well. We have the jazz band, we have the student council here. What made you guys decide to participate this year?
Well, what a great opportunity to give back to the community, and with the service opportunities for our student council and stuff to reach out and do things, especially at the holidays. We just couldn't pass up the opportunity when we saw it come. So what a great opportunity for kids.
So tell me how it worked for you guys this year. Did you have a food drive, or how did the kids participate?
Yeah, we did. We had a school-wide food drive to collect cans. And of course, we offered incentives to the students that brought those in, and they responded very well, as they always do. And over 40 boxes just full of cans that we've been able to deliver today. So it was a great turnout.
That is amazing. And when we know that a lot of the food that's being donated is going to help some of the immediate needs for folks that are victims of the tornadoes, the wildfires, the flooding, things of that nature. So, Brent, thank you, and a big shout out to Loftus Middle School. We're actually going to hear from the jazz band a little bit later, right?
That's exactly right, yes. Very proud of our jazz band.
And you should be. They sound amazing. I have heard them. They're really amazing. That's coming up in a moment. Right now, we're going to head about 3 feet that way. I believe John and Latrice are hanging out with some of the students from also Hickson High School. Yes. They're over there doing stuff with boxes of food, right?
We are. Start with, who do you have over there?
I got Preston over here, and I'm just going to humbly hold the microphone as high as I can to reach his face. Preston from Hickson High School, talk about why you and your classmates are out here today.
Well, it's the holiday season. It's all about giving back to the community, and you know, it's just good to help people out.
And you know, you kind of want to give, but selfishly, it makes you feel a little pretty good.
It does, you know, just think that this is going to someone who really needs it, and I can volunteer a little bit of time to help somebody. It's all worth it.
Ah, look at that. Now, Latrice, who do you have over there?
And he gave me his full name. John Paul Thompson. Got it right, didn't I?
Nailed it.
I nailed it. Okay, that was easy, though. Okay, so now, first of all, you're an honor student, so here's a tough one for you. Why is this so important to come down here and for students, like all of your classmates here, to get involved in it?
Well, it's important because not many people are as fortunate as others during the holidays, and some of them, you know, lack food, lack ways of getting food. So it's good for us to come out here and help them, so hopefully they can enjoy their holidays with food on their table.
Do you think that a lot of times when people say with young people that you all don't get it, sometimes they realize this, and they do, and do you think that we just don't understand that, yes, you all do get it when it comes to helping other people and making a difference in the community?
We get it. It just takes a little more effort for us to get out there.
All right, see, well, you do. Okay, so you all have restored our faith in humanity.
Then everybody
Thank
wave
you.
to the camera
Wave,
there.
Hickson, come on, guys.
I appreciate each and every one of you, honestly, for coming out today.
On there.
Dude.
Snapchat,
PT War 34.
Well, yes.
They're really good at marketing, too. We'll be back after this. You nailed it.
All right, well, welcome back, of course, to the 30-second Share Your Christmas food drive down here at First Tennessee Pavilion. And you know what? We walked over here. Phones are ringing.
Phones started ringing. We want to hear more, though. We got to hear more.
We need to hear more. You all want to talk to people, right? Absolutely. Yes. Yes, you are. So tell people to call.
Call 702-3333. Any amount is appreciated.
Absolutely. And you make it easy, don't you? And you get to talk to these.
Mary,
oh my
Mary
gosh.
got an actual phone call.
She got an extra. It's
I love. Hey, Mary, who's calling?
Mary.
Who's on the phone right now?
It's you.
It's you.
It's you.
That's
So we know
not
that-
weird in the slightest. Okay,
Yeah.
so
No,
here's
it's
the
not.
deal.
But that's okay. But someone called me. That's okay. But they have to give Mary money. They have
Yes.
to give money, Mary.
So here's the
Okay.
deal. You dial 702-3333. That's
Yeah.
702-FEED. You can talk to any of these lovely
Yes, don't
volunteers
pass the phone
right now.
down. Just ask her.
And here's the deal.
Yes.
We don't need, we would love $1,000. We would love $5,000. But if you can just $10. $10 will feed 40 meals right there. Whatever you
$4
can
meals.
give,
Yes.
everyone here that's been a part of this is really, really appreciative.
It really is, and that's why, again, it doesn't matter. It's helping out whatever you can do to make a difference.
Are you ready for some adorable television?
Yes!
Let's go to Greg right now, who's going to have some adorable television. Greg, good afternoon.
John, I didn't know you thought I was adorable. Thanks so much. I'm going to try to add to that by letting these children join me. Here we're in Cleveland. We're on Keith Street with Life Care Center. And we have volunteers that are waiting to unload your vehicle as you come through. They are not doing anything right now. So come put them to work and enjoy some music from Charleston Elementary School. 44 4th and 5th graders. They are the Panther Club Choir. Miss Amanda, if you please.
I want a Major League bat, a ball that can chat, a puppy and a pony and a calico cat. It's Christmas, Merry Christmas to me. I want a shiny trombone, a cellular phone, a stereo equipment in a room of my own. It's Christmas, Merry Christmas to me. Don't want pajamas, don't want a toy I have to share. Oh, Santa, promise, don't bring me socks or underwear. I want a pinball machine, a new trampoline, a colorful computer, maybe purple or green. It's Christmas, Merry Christmas to me. It's Christmas, Merry Christmas to me. It's Christmas, Merry Christmas to me. Don't want pajamas, don't want a toy.
The Panther Club Choir from Charleston Elementary. Share your Christmas in Cleveland. We're on Keith Street. We're waiting to see you. I think we have another song from these youngsters. We'll be right back with more Share Your Christmas 2016. Stay with us.
I really need these presents, so I'll sing it again. It's Christmas.
Welcome back to the 32nd edition of Share Your Christmas. My goodness gracious, we've got music and fashion right now.
Oh, yes, we do. I can't wait to hear you guys.
So-
I heard you all practice. You all sound
really
good.
You look amazing. And what I like your vest. It's very pretty. It's very fashionable. Now behind us we have
We have
sweaters, ugly sweaters, right?
No.
We acknowledge that they're ugly sweaters, right?
No, they're not
So they're ugly Christmas sweaters.
I have
But
to
we have
say,
some of
this
these.
is the greatest vest I've ever seen for Christmas. What's your name?
Dylan.
Dylan, and where did you inherit this vest?
My dad's step-parents.
Okay.
Cats on there, but that's
It's a
okay.
convoluted story, but it's
Yeah.
the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, and it needed airtime. Precious
You
airtime.
apparently have not seen this.
Woo! Who wore it best?
It has cats on it. I love
Meowy,
it. You're awesome.
meowy Christmas.
Caleb and
Dylan.
You guys are great.
All right, go assume your positions.
Now we want to hear you all play.
This is Loftus Middle School. This is their first Share Your Christmas ever, and they're going to be amazing. Student council is in the back. Can you holler? Band is in the front. This is the jazz band. We're going to hear them play right now. Loftus
Alrighty,
Middle School
take
Jazz
it
Band.
away. Okay.
Where are we looking?
Hey, good morning.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon. It's
What day is
12:32 in
this?
the
Who am
afternoon.
Hey, we're back at the 32nd edition of Share Your Christmas from the First Tennessee Pavilion in beautiful downtown Chattanooga.
What a day it's been.
It has been remarkable, and look who it is. We wrangled the nearly world famous Tim
Yes,
Pham
we
once
love
again.
Tim Pham. So tell me about what this day has been like for you, your first time here at Share Your
It
Christmas.
is so incredible to see how this community comes together. That's one thing I will say. I've only been here for 7 months, but I already feel proud to call myself a Chattanoogan because anytime there's a need, people show up and people respond, and it's remarkable to see. I think they said they've already raised several thousands of dollars.
Yes,
and, is that the number?
Almost 39,000.
Yeah.
Almost
And then
39,000.
you times that by 4, that's how many meals that they will be able to serve. So that's just so incredible because there is such a great need in our community. So it's been great.
It really has. And John, you were saying that too, seeing this for the first time. And because I remember you were talking about, you're like, okay, so what is this Share Your Christmas? What will we be doing? And we're like, there are no scripts. You just go down there. You're going to talk to people and whatever, and you're going to meet all these great people and hear all these great stories.
We were talking about Carta earlier, and Carta's been here since the second year that they've been doing this, which is remarkable. And they've been giving and giving and caring about. Look, we have people coming in right now. Giving and giving and giving because they want to help their neighbors. They want to help their community.
And there's been people who have donated every single year.
Yeah.
We've met several people said I've been to all 32.
Yeah.
So it's just so incredible to see just how much compassion this community has for our city. So
it really is, and we're talking about, a lot of people are saying, you know, the last thing you want people to have to worry about during the holidays is putting a meal and food on the table. So that is one thing we want to take off out of their worries. We don't want them to have to be concerned about that at all, and that is why this is so important. And we want to encourage people to keep calling 702-FEED, 702-3333.
Now, Timmy, I know you got to get back, and you're going to turn a story about this for later on this evening.
I'll be on at 5:30.
Yeah, there you go.
Long days, but it's definitely worth it.
No, this is a good day. Tim, thank you so much. Love having you down here.
Yeah.
You know what? Are we going to go to the food bank right now? Yeah, or phone bank. We're going to go to the food phone bank.
We are at the food bank drive.
Phone bank. We're going to toss it over there. Good afternoon, Julie.
You know, it's fun to watch y'all laughing over there because the truth is this is a fun day, one of the most fun days in Chattanooga, and our 32nd year for having the Share Your Christmas food drive. I'm here at the phone bank for the food bank. 702-FEED is the phone number that you can call if you want to call and make a monetary donation. It's so easy for you to do from the comfort of your home. I think to date we have something like $39,000 close to it that's come in monetary donations. That is so critical because $1 given equals 4 meals for hungry families in our area. Gina Crumblitz at the food bank told me recently that nationally 1 in 5 children in our country is food insecure, but here in Hamilton County and the areas the food bank serves, that number is 1 in 4. 1 in 4 children who are food insecure. So with a simple monetary donation today, 702-FEED, you can reduce that number with a very easy gift from you. Let's check in now with Cameron Taylor. He's in Dalton.
Hey, Julie, we've had a lot of support here in Dalton at First Baptist Church. A lot of people getting out here, donating either non-perishable food items or monetary donations as well. Carla Hayward is joining me live now. She is with Helping Hands Ending Hunger, an organization in North Georgia. And Carla, thank you so much for joining us. Tell us a little bit about your organization.
Okay, so our organization started 2 years ago, and it was really designed to combat a problem we found in our school, and that was kids coming to school on Mondays not having eaten any food over the weekend. So a group of middle schoolers came together and they decided that they could collect and save food that was uneaten after school breakfasts and lunches and give it to those kids that needed it the most. And when the food bank heard about our program, they wanted to help. So in addition to the food that we're collecting in the schools, the food bank is giving us weekly non-perishable food items, canned goods, boxed goods, nutritious food to send home with these kids. We're so excited that they've also started a mobile market for us. So on a monthly basis, we get fresh produce and other bakery items to the squeal and delight of the kids. So we're very thankful to have the food bank as a partner.
Absolutely. And Carl and I were talking earlier, and this is a relatively new program, I understand.
Yes, we just started this year, and we've been working for a year, so we're into this school year as our second year, and we've just proudly now expanded to the first school in Chattooga County, which we're very excited about. We really hope to see this model and concept take off and spread throughout Georgia.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Carla. We hope it spreads as well throughout North Georgia. Carla Harward with the Helping Hands Ending Hunger. We are going to send it over to Greg Glover over in Cleveland. And Greg, how's it looking over there?
We've had a bit of activity here after our wonderful song from Charleston Elementary, where our volunteers from Lee University are working a little bit. They're aching to unload the canned goods from your car or take that check or cash or credit card. Tyler's with me here. He has been nominated as the spokesperson for the group. Tyler, what's your group doing here today?
Well, we just brought some students over to kind of help unload the donations that are coming in and pack it up and get it ready to go out to people in the community who need it. So,
knowing the mission of Lee University, this really falls under service and what the season's all about, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So our big emphasis at the university is service and connecting our students to opportunities. And I mean, what better way to do that than to help folks at Christmas who need some extra food? So
we're here until 6 o'clock tonight. You guys are with us for a little while longer, I know, as we wave goodbye to the great choir from Charleston Elementary. You can't see because it's behind the camera, but if someone's at home and they're watching this and they haven't made their way down here, they're in Cleveland, they haven't made their way down here, how would you persuade them to go look through their pantry or stop by the grocery store?
I mean, you got plenty of time. I mean, it's just a little step, doesn't take much to give back, and you'll be rewarded for it down the road, I think. So.
Awesome. Tyler, thank you. Thank you guys and gals for showing up. Let's head back to the First Tennessee Pavilion. We're on Keith Street. They're down there by Finley Stadium. So take it away, guys.
Oh, that's okay.
Piece of cake, right? Thank you. All right.
Fantastic, Greg. Thank you so much. We're back here at the First Tennessee Pavilion, and we were kind of doing
30
some math
seconds,
here.
share your Christmas.
Julie was actually filling us in here, and the amount, if you combine the net weight and the money that's been raised so far, it can more than 250,000 meals.
229,000, I think.
It is fantastic.
Yeah,
and,
that
and
is awesome.
It's only new.
Right.
You know, we're going to be
I was
here
going to
until
say,
6
right.
o'clock.
Yes. So you still have plenty of time. You have time to call the phone bank at 702-FEED, or you have time to come by, stop by. And also you can stop by if you're in Cleveland or Dalton, stop by those areas as well.
Yeah, and again, it is important to say the food that you give is going to stay in your community. You are taking care of your neighbors. It's not being shipped out. Not that we don't have a heart for everyone else.
Right, but it is helping your
money
community.
Is staying here in our community. We're going to go ahead and toss it to a commercial break. Come back after this. This is the 32nd edition of Share Your Christmas.
Welcome back and Share Your Christmas 2016. We're at First Tennessee Pavilion, Life Care Center in Cleveland, and of course, First Baptist Church in Dalton. And what a gorgeous day this is turning out to be. Blue skies. Let's look at the Storm Alert 7-day forecast. We're going to get to the upper 50s later this afternoon, and then it stays nice and cool through the weekend. By the end of the weekend, though, big changes on the way. We're going to have some heavy rain moving in Sunday night, into the day Monday, on through the day Tuesday, and then Tuesday afternoon it'll begin to clear out. Much colder weather moving in on Thursday, and even a slight chance of a little mixed precipitation moving in late. We'll have a high of only 43 on Thursday afternoon. Lows Thursday night expected to drop well down into the 20s. Make sure you call EPB. They've got the phone bank set up. For more on that, we're going to head over to John Martin. Hey.
Hey, David. Yeah, listen, we need these phones to ring over here, 702-3333. And if I can't convince you, maybe this one. It's Jill Jelnick, everybody.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon,
Good
everyone.
afternoon, whatever it is. Yes, we're having a fantastic Friday, or magnificent Monday. It's always Latrice and I's best part of the day is hearing
you like the
talk.
alliteration.
I do. Oh, yeah.
Fantastic Friday is what we're having here.
Yeah, and we'd have a fantasticaler Friday if people would call and give a little bit. Listen, these phones have gone a little quiet for us in this noon hour, Jill, but you know, you've been sitting here for a little while and you've been watching these cars pull in. You've been seeing these volunteers trying to raise as much as they can. Why is this something that you just enjoy coming out here and being a part of?
Well, it's just the energy. You look around and the smiling on everyone's faces. The energy is tangible. People want to help out, especially this time of year. It's so important, especially with everything going on this last month. It means a lot to so many people, and it means a lot to us and the workers and everyone in the community.
Now, we've been out here since about 4:30 this morning. People started really calling about 5 o'clock, and you know, the first couple of phone calls we got saying, well, I can only give $10. I can only give $10. And you know what? $10, that's 40 meals. I mean, they can stretch the dollar here. For every $1 you donate, that is 4 meals. Someone handed me a $5 bill as a prop.
There you go.
So if I can do the math, what is this, 20? I'm not even going to try to embarrass myself on television. But yes, again, just call down here, 702 feed. Just light up these phones right here. You can see that number on your screen, 423-702-3333. And you know what? Maybe if you call Jill Jelnick will answer the phone. That's like a dream come true to some of us.
Oh yeah.
No, but for real. All right. Hey, listen, we're going to throw ahead to a commercial. We'll come back. Jill, thanks for hanging out with us.
Always a pleasure.
I don't know.
Stand by. Stand by.
Hey, welcome back. So listen, we're going to talk to Major Robert Lyle from the Salvation Army here a little bit. But because he's the Salvation Army, he's making
busy.
food for everybody.
That's just going to say, their work never stops at the Salvation Army.
I got to flip some burgers. I got to flip some burgers because there's so many. And we take a step back here. Look at all the volunteers that we have. You know, these are all the students we've had from Hickson that have come out here today.
We've had Hickson come out here. We have also had Silverdale this morning come out here. We have had so many schools. Then we've had schools perform. We have had Loftus Middle School. We've had Calvin Donaldson here. We've had Primrose, Montessori, and the list goes on and on with all the schools who've been out here. And that's one of the things they make. They look forward to this. And for a lot of schools, what they do is they'll sometimes have a competition. Whichever grade or class raises the most food, they get to actually come and bring the food, and they're here and they celebrate this with us. And the important thing, John, is these kids know though why they're here. This is more than just a field trip. They know.
That is really encouraging. You were talking to some younger ones here, and and like you said, they know why they're here. And when you impart that on them as a young child, they continue that throughout their life. Hey,
we're going to put you in the middle of us, so you come on and right here.
How's those burgers, Major?
Well, come along.
So the Salvation Army this time of year, I mean, my goodness, you guys you're busy everywhere. Talk a little bit about what you're kind of getting into as this holiday season is ramping up.
Well, you know, the Salvation Army is about doing the most good, so we try that with the families, the community, helping out partners. Doing tornadoes over in Athens and Polk County, Lord provides, and we just make ourselves available.
And you know, one of the things too is that you come on a lot of times and you talk to us on Channel 3 and different shows. And I just spoke to you the other day and talking about this really is because you all are so busy during this time of year, and like you said, trying to do so many things to make sure that you are helping as many people as possible.
Well, when you've been blessed, you're supposed to be a blessing to others. And so part of the Salvation Army, as a small kid, I was helped by the Salvation Army. One of the reasons I came to the Salvation Army, and you know, today we just want to keep giving back. And you know, today it's about the food bank, and we say thank you for them because we are partners with them.
All right, and that's a part of his great story. Like you said, he was helped,
That's
so he
cool.
knows, and he is sharing that and paying it forward. Thank you so much. It's always great seeing
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Merry
Christmas.
Hey, Merry Christmas to you.
He has to
too.
get back
I
to
know,
it.
the burger's about to be well done.
Yes.
Hey, we might go grab one here in a second. We're going to go to commercial and say, hey, Major, hold one for us.
Yes, bye-bye.
Okie doke. We are at First Tennessee Pavilion, and one way that people are giving, and we've been doing this the past couple of years, is the EPB Chattanooga Area Food Bank Phone Bank. And we are being manned right now by the Chattanooga Area Food Bank Board, and we want to put them to work. 702-3333. And while you're calling, before the calls come in, Jennifer, we're going to start with you. And Jennifer, why are you on the board of the Chattanooga Area Food Bank? What is it about that organization and this event that just drives your passion?
Well, it's just such a great organization that affects so many people, and $1 provides 4 meals, and so this organization really works hard to be efficient and effective for the community, so I love serving on it.
And we are so thankful to have guys and gals like you on the board helping out. 702-3333 is the number, so call right now. One thing I want to point out that Jennifer just mentioned, I really want to highlight this. $1 equals 4 meals. $1 equals 4 meals. Call now, 702-3333. We're back.
Welcome back to Share Your Christmas. We're in Cleveland. We're on Keith Street at the Life Care Centers, the Campbell Center. Students from Lee University are sorting here, and they're wanting to work harder. So we'd love to see you. Drive on by. We'll take your dry goods, your bag of rice, bag of beans, any of that stuff, or even cash, check, or credit card, too, because your money goes far with the Chattanooga Area Food Bank. We'd love to see you today. Come and see us in Dalton. Cameron's standing by with about the same message, I bet, but in North Georgia. Hey, Cameron.
Hey, Greg. Yeah, we've got plenty of donations down here in Dalton, but we could always use more. I want to show you a few of them that we've seen right here. Plenty of canned goods here at the moment. The biggest donation we've seen so far is from the Dalton State College Radiology Department. Their students there, they've got plenty of volunteers here as well. We've really seen donations from people of all ages today. I saw a little girl, she was 4 years old, with her mom delivering some canned goods. And so that's just really touching, really heartwarming, and we hope to see all of you make it out here in North Georgia today in Dalton at First Baptist Church. That address, 311 North Thornton Avenue. Again, First Baptist Church in Dalton. So we hope to see you out here, and let's back things over to the Tennessee First Pavilion.
Wow, Liz.
Hey,
all right, can you believe it?
Thank you, everyone. What a fantastic morning we've had.
And it's still going. Share Your Christmas 2016. Yeah. That's going to do it for us on the morning crew. And John, me, Latrice, Jill.
Jill Jelnick here with us.
I was looking over and I'm like, wait, that used to be where Tim Pham was standing. Tim, you changed.
Have you ever noticed how you never see Tim Pham and Jill at the same time?
I wonder why. I know, exactly.
Up a little bit.
No, so we're so glad to have Jill down here with us, and it was your first Share Your Christmas too. Yes. We talked about all the energy. So again,
great.
It really was. And so again, we have Share Your Christmas. It goes until 6:30 this evening.
Come on by.
Come by, stop by, and keep calling 702-FEED.